you try to eat in this Pokemon world. I choose you, the greatest podcast of them all. I choose you.
Hello, and welcome to I Choose You, the podcast about cooking and eating Pokemon. I'm your host, Jeremy Zielik, the Alton Brown of the group, and joining me this week, as always, is...
your friend on the show, Ben Montoya.
Ian Davis, the Ichiro Mashita of the show.
And also Ian Davis.
For the listeners at home, who is there, actually?
Me. Well, I said me. Well, maybe it was too far away from the mic. It's Evan Aubrey.
Oh, that was too far away. So Evan has programmed his camera to have a picture of Ian behind him. And it's very disconcerting.
It's
like
good that my
Cronenberg shit.
mic doesn't get picked up by the green screen stuff, because it just I wish the caption would be more ever present, but it just says "I would" underneath.
Yes.
And it's great. It's like a screenshot from one of our old videos when Ian's background was the Funky Kong.
Yeah, Ian, you got to bring it back.
LaCroix.
I
know
would
what's-
if I could.
The technology exists. I'll send you a printout or something. We just put it
Yeah. You know what's funny is that I bet when that video or that image was taken is when we were recording on Skype. And Skype
yes,
doesn't
for
exist
sure.
anymore.
That's
What?
true.
Doesn't
RIP.
exist
Yep.
anymore?
Microsoft just made it go away.
They can make us go away.
Oh.
Yeah,
Just like that.
Easily.
Just with a snap. We turn into
Clippy comes
dust.
in and it's like, time to break your legs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got all the power gems and then turns us to dust.
Yes. But no, it was actually, I took a moment to think about it, and I was like, yeah, Zoom completely ate Skype's lunch over the pandemic, even though Skype was like the premier video call software before then. And now we don't use it at all. And obviously we don't use Zoom, but it's just gone. And it's like, that was such an important part of my life for like 3 years, is Skype. And now it isn't
Ian's
here
inching
anymore.
one step closer to being forced to use Discord.
Oh, shit.
Unfortunately, I do use it for D&D, and
Oh.
I hate it every fucking time.
Every time.
Every time.
You're a disgruntled user.
Somehow, I use it once a week, and every single week there's 7 fucking updates that take fucking forever.
That is true. It's kind of excessive.
It
What are
does
they
update a
updating?
lot.
What are they
Literally nothing.
literally? Eat my
It's
ass.
it's a web app. Like, there's no reason it needs to update. I don't know.
There's problems with Discord. Don't get me wrong. It's a little fiddly now and again, but for my purposes.
No, it's okay, Jeremy. You can tell a listener that you love blowing Discord. I know
My
you're
dark deeds.
on your hands and knees every day.
I mean, look, it's great
Every
for
day you
doing an
come
online
back.
movie club. I can't deny it.
There it is, folks.
Yeah.
There it is.
All out on the table.
Yeah, I mean, look, we laughed, we cried when we watched the movie Congo over Discord last year for
was
the
pretty
IQU
good.
community night.
pretty
So, I gotta say, it has its charms. It's also where our board game night was run during the pandemic. So, I just got used to it. So, I don't know. Any other hot video conferencing takes we have this evening?
I just think I think it is wild that Skype couldn't survive the remote meeting frenzy that
Yes.
was about to happen post 2020.
Well-
Like that does blow my mind that they could mismanage the shit that they invented in the
didn't invent it,
time
they
when
bought
people
it.
needed it most so badly that they couldn't survive.
And in classic tech fashion, well, I mean, Skype was dead the moment Microsoft bought it, and they just built Teams instead. So that's what the deal is.
Yes. So the thing is, they basically incorporated the tech that Skype works on into Teams, and then they just killed off Skype as the thing. It's kind of like what happened with Outlook, whereas Outlook was Hotmail. They bought the tech that Hotmail runs on, and then killed Hotmail and made it Outlook.
Could I sell coldmail.com to Microsoft and make billions of dollars?
Yeah, they got to have all their bases covered.
Yeah.
Skype is definitely like Frisbee and Kleenex, right? Do you guys say
Yes.
like,
I mean,
like little
and
Skype
shit.
Zoom has become that, right?
yeah,
Has
I
it?
think Zoom is becoming that. But before Zoom,
was
I only
Skype.
knew that as Skype.
Skype you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we weren't calling it like Ciscoing because
Let me just Cisco WebEx you real quick.
yes. So yeah, no, and you know, I would say Skype had like, I don't know, we would go this long on Skype. Skype had the like very
just
distinct,
sad.
It had the distinct like ringtone
And that really creepy waving smiley face. thing.
yeah, and the whoop sound.
Oh
The
God,
emojis.
take me back.
Pour one out for Skype.
Oh.
Yeah.
Seriously, pour one out tonight for Skype.
Evan, before the show, you said your drink was really interesting. What is it?
You know what, Jeremy? It is interesting, and I'm gonna really take up some space here because I have with me a Fieldwork Churro Cream Ale.
Whoa!
What?
Churro Cream Ale. So it's like
I
it's
almost
like
did a spit take.
if you were drinking like a churro milkshake. I've also had like horchata beer before, and that is delicious. Something about just like a creamy cinnamony beer is delicious. It doesn't have to be a stout. It can be light. Like this is pretty light.
What's its ABV?
This is what is this? 5.5%. So that's
That's pretty light.
I'm gonna crush this.
Yeah, you can't crush like an imperial stout, which are it's
No.
like a 12% kind of thing. And you that's a sipping beer, but this is a crushing beer.
Yeah, Ian.
Is this the beer of the summer?
This is my beer of the summer. I don't know how long it's going to be around. It's like one of their limited releases or whatever, but it's my
That's
beer
so
of the
interesting that you say that because you describing cinnamon type beer kind of made me think of it more as like a wintry situation.
So, like, I think the wintry beers and the winter ales, you get more like clove, you get more nutmeg. But this is like, I think the fact that it's not a stout and like not a dark beer is like, oh, summertime, like
Interesting.
street food, tacos and things, right? But
Yeah, I definitely could see like a light beer is more of the summer aesthetic compared to a dark beer or a heavy beer. Like, I love a good stout, don't get me wrong, but when you have like your almond cake stout, or over the weekend I had a peanut butter cup stout, which I thought was quite enjoyable. It's definitely like, oh, I'm bundled up. Kind of thing.
not so
And
enjoyable when it's 100 degrees outside.
it's like a little thick. It's like eating an entire cake. Situation. So I definitely, that's not really what I think of when I think of summer, is eating an entire cake.
Speak for yourself.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. I mean, Ian, your birthday is during the summer, so do you eat an entire cake?
What cake would you eat an entire one of if you don't?
Okay. I don't.
question.
I can't remember the last time I had a cake at my birthday. But if I did, Chantilly.
What? Hold on. I'm not even aware.
You haven't had a Chantilly cake?
How do
Evan,
I
you've
spell
had
it?
I distinctly
you'll know
remember
it when you
eating
see
one
it.
with you.
What?
You'll know it when you see it. It's
Yeah.
like the
Oh, yes, I do know this, but this is like what I would find at the food court or like a Safeway. Like,
No. Here, hold.
when did you and I, Lady and the Tramp, a Chantilly
I
cake?
can. I will give you the fucking time and place. Summer.
Okay.
Can't remember the year, but it was one of the summers that you were working. You were in charge of the movie night
Oh, yep.
on the hill, and I was
Okay.
helping you run it.
Oh, yes.
And that cake was present. I don't remember the cert. I think someone was just walking around handing it out.
Did I? We just ate street cake. We just
Yeah,
could have been Molly in there.
present.
that's a core memory for whatever
Wow.
reason.
Okay.
It's because this cake is really good.
Okay.
But Whole Foods is the place.
Got it. Okay.
Yes, Whole Foods. I've had this cake a bunch of times, and it's because a lot of times when like there's a party or something happening at the office, someone will just get one of these cakes as like the dessert item and bring it in because they're relatively large, but they're also pretty light
And affordable.
and not very expensive.
All right.
And inoffensive.
Yes, they're also like, unless someone's like, I fucking hate strawberries, because they usually have like strawberries and blueberries in them. It's a winner.
They're pretty centrist cake.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. This cake is this cake is the moderate American that MLK Jr. warned us about.
Exactly. Yeah.
It is white.
Scratch a Chantilly cake and a red velvet bleeds. That's one for that's a deep cut for the
That's great.
Okay, so just on this conversation of like beverages not labeled, oh my god, flavored after like desserts. This is a bit of a call-out post for one Jeremy Zelick. One might remember...
What did I do now?
In episodes past, when Jeremy is like, boys, I went to Colorado. Rocket Fizz novelty soda shop.
Oh,
which I'll
shit.
plug
Yeah,
in.
that's right.
And he's like, I got the wildest flavors that you'll never... I got some crazy shit y'all can't understand. Just like Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
And then it's like a churro flavored soda. Or
It was. I did have a horchata flavored soda at one point.
yeah, exactly.
It was good.
Well, listeners, this last weekend, me and Jeremy were in Colorado together. Mm-hmm. And I got the chance to experience the Rocket Fizz soda store in person this time.
This is the one in Estes Park, not the one in Boulder, Colorado.
It's the one in Estes Park. And it's like there's a whole section that's like Jeremy shops here, and then there's like a curtain that's like adults only, right?
Yes.
And then there's all the freaky shit. And listeners will be proud to know that I braved the curtained off area.
What's back there?
I found the freaky shit, and I brought 6 actual novelty sodas.
There we go.
Back to New Mexico that I'm hoping all 3 of us minus Evan, unfortunately, will soon be able to try. Unless you want to make a trip out just for
just to try
the
the
soda
novelty
recordings.
sodas.
Well, so here's what we'll do. Just to make it efficient, we'll do like a drive-by. So I'll be driving one way, you'll be driving... We'll like meet in the middle, and you throw it through the window, and then I'll catch it.
But that is something I do have planned in the works for closer to maybe the end of the season, since we're getting there. Is a
Do you want to preview some of your soda flavors, Ben?
I was actually thinking might be productive for us to drink them blind, and then I'll tell you.
Oh, and then we
the
can guess
flavor
what they
is.
are?
You can guess what it is.
I think I saw you pick out one of them, like pick up the bottle
Keep
and
that
look
to
at
yourself.
it. So I know what one of them is.
Okay.
Are we close to the end of the season?
Well, I mean, we're more than halfway done.
Because we just finished that fucking song. I don't know if I have another one in me yet.
That's okay. We could keep this going forever.
Takes a while.
Well, yeah, there's a couple like end of season existential questions we'll have to confront.
That's true.
The theme song being one of them, but I think that's a problem for future I Choose You hosts. Today's I Choose You hosts only have the now that we have to do.
All we have is
suffer
now.
through. Yeah.
My drink tonight is I have 2. This is some tea. It's some black caramel nougat rooibos.
What the hell?
Lovely.
Nougat.
Nougat.
They put nougat in the tea?
They did. It's like a fucking Snickers bar and a
Yeah.
tea.
That's crazy.
You're not you when you haven't had your tea or whatever.
Yes, and it's pretty good. Can't deny it. It's one upside of house sitting here is that there's a lot of delightful teas to choose from. Dozens of them.
Interesting.
It's pretty good. I also have a LaCroix behind my computer right now that I'll smash later.
Watch out. You don't want to spill your LaCroix all over your computer.
It's okay. It's not gonna fall.
No, it's behind there because it's what's secretly powering the computer.
Yeah. You know how you have like water cooled graphics cards in your computer?
Oh,
I have a LaCroix cooled.
It's essence.
Or a can of LaCroix on top.
Yeah. The essence is what secretly unlocks like the quantum computing layer.
Yes.
Yes.
My teraflops is the essence. Is the teraflops. Ben, do you have a funny drink?
I like the can.
It's not very funny. It's a really pretty cover, and it is a tonal bliss from La Cumbre
Nice.
Brewing here in Albuquerque,
What's the
New Mexico.
flavor?
It's a hazy IPA. It's like a fruity.
How
IPA.
close to juice? How are we close?
It's juicy for sure.
All right.
It's very orange forward. It's kind of like got maybe like a blood orange almost.
Oh, that's what I like to hear.
citrus quality.
Blood orange. You brought those up to Colorado, and I didn't have one. I'm sorry, Ben.
Yeah, there were other more interesting things in there too. We got the peanut butter thing. Someone brought Guinnesses, and we did Irish car bombs.
Nice.
There was other more interesting things than.
Is an Irish car bomb very Stephen King coded?
No.
Well, he got in a car accident.
Oh,
That is true. And
In The Shining, the hotel blows up. So
Yes.
in a certain sense, yes.
and somebody's
Well, I mean,
Irish.
in a certain sense, doing any narcotics is Stephen King Cohen because he was a raging alcoholic and cocaine addict
True.
for like 25 years.
Or as our tour guide liked to put it, had a little bit of alcoholism, if you know what I mean.
He did say that. He did like a little like this kind of thing when
He pulled his shirt like he had suspenders.
yes, like or a vest or something, even though he wasn't wearing a vest or anything like that. It was quite amusing.
Jeremy,
Yes,
did you give the tour?
It was secretly just Jeremy.
yeah. No, but he definitely said things that you could imagine me saying, like having a little bit of the alcoholism, if you know what I
A
mean.
little bit of alcoholism, if you know what I
Yes.
mean.
Yes, me and Ben were in Estes Park, Colorado, with our book club to talk about The Shining, which is based on the Stanley Hotel, which is in Estes Park, Colorado. And then we read the book, went to the hotel, watched the movie, and then talked about all of that in one go. And it was brought up
One
multiple.
weekend.
Yeah, it was brought up multiple times that Stephen King wrote The Shining. He's like, I'm struggling with my alcoholism. This is a big problem. And then this wasn't mentioned by the tour guide, where he's like, he was having problems with it, and it's like it got better, right? And it's like not for like 25 years, no,
No, not really.
no.
Constant struggle.
Yeah, this situation didn't really improve until he got into a horrific car accident that almost killed him, and then he recovered and was like, I should stop doing drugs and alcohol. And now he's been like 20 years sober. So congratulations, Mr. King, on that front.
Absolutely.
Did it.
Yep.
And on this front,
On this front, I Choose You, the podcast about cooking and eating Pokemon. Each week we randomly select a new Pokemon to cook and eat, and then we share our recipes with each other and decide who has the best recipe in a very democratic manner. This week's Pokemon is Klawf, the cliff crab Pokemon. And I think it's going to be a funny episode because this crab is really big. It's a huge fucking crab. And we've got the delicious recipes to support it. Who won last week? Was it Ben? It was Evan.
heyo, 'twas me.
Evan, it was me who won last week. Evan, tell us your Klawf recipe this week.
So I feel like I need a whole like backstory or some rambling, because as soon as I say it, it's just going to be out in the open. It's going to be here. It's going to be there. It's going to be done. But
Okay.
Klawf, it's a crab, right? Crustacean-y thing. We're making white cloth battered crab cake sandwiches.
A white Klawf.
Yeah. So
What is the legality of producing this food item?
So that's the thing, is you're using it as a batter. Like, you know how, I mean, in tempura, you're supposed to use vodka or whatever because it makes your batter like nice and light and fluffy. And that's kind of the consistency. It's like almost a tempura crab cake is what I'm getting at.
Okay. Tempura crab cake.
Yeah,
Got it.
and you just get a little extra bonus from like some wild berry or like the black cherry flavor of your your LaCroix.
Some extra bonus.
Yeah, you
bonus
know.
flavor.
So there's no buzz to be had here unless you wanted a little like white cloth mimosa on the side or something for your
okay.
Mother's Day brunch. But what this consists of is truly just like your cloth, nice and boiled and shredded into bits, right? And then you've got your flour, some salt, baking powder, paprika, Old Bay, because it wouldn't be a crab recipe without Old Bay. Your White Claw, your cloth, your oil for frying, a little bit of maybe tartar sauce perhaps for, smothering that on top. And then, so I'm imagining here, putting it together, you got your nice round of your cloth cake, and you put a little piece of lettuce on top, and then you do a little bit of the tartar sauce, and then I'm thinking like Hawaiian roll bun. So these could be like little sliders in a way.
Wine roll bun.
Yeah, so it keeps it on the sweet side, like nice little bites,
And how small? Yeah, so you're gonna make these like you said sliders.
Yeah, so you
obviously
can
they're
like in the Hawaiian roll package, like the best way to do it, you do it like the White Castle style, where you just take the entire connected roll and you just cut it in half, so that you don't pull them apart, right? You just like take the sheet cake thing and you just cut it in half, and you like place all your stuff, and then they're just ready to go. So that's probably what, like a dozen, just
That's
easily
enough, right?
easily poppable,
Okay. And
in
it's
bulk.
interesting that you're making this really big crab into a really small sandwich.
Yeah, there's a nice juxtaposition there.
Yeah, I think you're showing your domination over the Pokemon world by doing that.
Yeah,
How big is the crab?
it's
It's like 8 feet tall.
it's
or
pretty
something.
huge. Yeah, this
Oh, it's 4 feet
It
tall.
says
I'm
4
sorry.
feet.
still for a crab, very large, and could feed multiple households of 4 or whatever. So got to stretch it out a little bit. These are this is party food.
Oh, we're fucking partying. I guess my next question is about because you're saying white, obviously the White Klawf. What brought you to White Claw besides just the vodka and the tempura, or is it just because of the funny pun?
It was kind of the combination of both, and it is something that it is a true recipe that you can use White Claw as a battering agent, because the carbonation as well as the alcohol content helps it stay nice and light. So yeah,
Interesting.
It's an airy crisp that you wouldn't normally get to a crab cake, I think.
Would you suggest that someone lean into this with their crab cake recipe and do kind of crustacean themed dishes using White Claw as the
the Iron Chef kind of secret ingredient?
I guess
White Claw?
I'm more thinking a food truck where you can be maybe they're sponsored by White Claw or something, but
Sure.
they only use White Claw for their dishes.
Every dish has White Claw in it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So other than a White Claw float, obviously that's easy.
Yeah.
What
You
else?
can do drinks.
Yeah, drinks are easy. But what else would you use it in? I don't know what else you could anything that you'd throw beer in. I don't know. White Claw, can, chicken, right?
Yes.
Shove that in
You
there.
could yeah. I guess you could do similar to what you did with this recipe, fried things in White Claw.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, I think what it also does is it creates it creates kind of a legal free zone of work that you can enter in kind of thing, and it provides that illegality to minors because they're not going to be able to the alcohol is going to burn off while you're frying it. So while they're eating the White Klawf crab cakes, they also are no longer subject to the law.
True.
It's
And-
maritime law.
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm about to do some crazy things when I eat a White Claw mac and cheese, right? Or I'm just looking at beer recipe things. There's a biramisu or
No.
I don't know about that one.
No.
beer can chicken, of course. Beer braised beef short ribs, White Claw short
Okay.
ribs, perhaps.
That could probably
It's
work.
really just I don't know if you could get away with a beef and White Claw stew, but
It's a little watery.
yeah.
Yes, a very watery stew.
Anyway,
All right, excellent.
I like that. If you don't mind, I might cut in.
oh,
Ben, why don't you fucking cut?
there's no laws. Go ahead.
Yes.
No laws, and I'm going to continue this, legal gray area by
Okay. We're gonna can commit acts of piracy.
maybe actually because I
Dar.
did not think of crab cakes. I only thought of White Cloths. And so that is kind of where I was thinking. And I was thinking about it also because Cloth's face is kind of wild. He's already gone.
He's already gone.
He's already gone off the sauce.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, he
So-
also has this weird hair that I don't love.
I don't love the hair either.
Yeah.
I gotta go on the record and say we've eaten a number of Pokemon on this show.
Yeah.
This is the first one where just looking at them, it's even if I could eat them, I wouldn't.
Really, you'd turn it
No,
down.
thank
You'd
you.
eat rocks, but you'd turn this down.
Correct, because
He's such an uggo.
yeah, this motherfucker is nasty as hell.
He's the ambush Pokemon, and it's like he has little bushes all over his
Yeah,
hands.
He's got bush.
I can't. I
A thick, luxuriant bush on this cloth.
that's where I draw the line.
I also don't like that he has cheek clown rouge on his face.
What a jokester.
Yeah, you see
Oh,
he
that's
has
true.
he has red spots right here.
It's like a Pikachu.
Yeah, he is a little like a Pikachu, but that's not really the vibes I'm getting. Like Pikachu, you get that because that's like where the electricity comes out, right? But here it's just like he wants to let you know that we live in a society.
Are we 100% sure this is hair and not
It
rocks?
is. No, it's hair.
Okay. Confirmed? Okay.
Confirmed.
Black fur-like bristles
There it
protrude.
is. Okay.
Okay, fur-like, which is funny.
It's worse.
It's worse.
We don't know what it is, but it's like fur.
Well, I can tell you what it's not, and it's not a part of my recipe.
Okay.
And I know this Pokemon is a rock Pokemon, but I can't help but think that because it looks like it's so wasted that you can't crack open its little pieces and White Claw doesn't come out. Non-flavored White Claw. I should say.
You're saying it is where they get White Claw in the Pokemon universe is from the crab.
Wait, what?
They get it from the White Claw.
What flavored?
Exactly.
What flavored White Claw?
It's neutral.
Unflavored. Oh, okay. So we're
It's not crab flavored. It's
not the Clamato of White Claws.
yes.
Damn it!
White Clamato.
I should have done that. Ah, fuck! I should have lied. Damn it! That's a great idea, but I didn't come up with that idea. No, it's just I was thinking it's neutral flavored, which
Okay.
I guess as far as White Claw goes, just means that it tastes like
Water?
kind of like alcohol
It just tastes like alcohol.
and water.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking that you can, crack off the Klawf's, claws and other appendages, drain it for all of its white cloth, separate it into vats, and then essence it or flavor it with, your favorite, alcoholic seltzer flavors that you might want. I don't know what comes to mind for you, but I know that there's usually like a cherry in the mix. There's usually like maybe a pineapple or something like that.
Watermelon, perhaps?
Watermelon. And I just say that, you crack off this guy's 8 legs, get 8 vats of your White Klawf, maybe instead of bottling it, you do like a keg situation, and you just have a fucking rager. No laws. Cracking open those claws.
Yeah,
Turns
so
into
you're
like Project X all of a sudden, and you've got
Yes.
like kids jumping on police cars with their white cloths, like
yeah.
setting things on fire.
I mean, it is like
Yes.
keg sized. It's 4 feet tall. So
Yeah.
I think what you go. So you're like going to a beach party, and you're like, their rock lobster is playing, which I know is a lobster, not a crab. And
Klawf
you're like,
lobster.
Klawf lobster. And you see it, and you like, oh, there it fucking is. And it's just like a bunch of fucking frat bros like getting this crab, and they like rip its legs off, and like White Claw starts bursting out of it. And
Dude does like a keg stand on top of it.
yes.
Yeah, to do the keg stand, you have to like get on top of it and make out with the Klawf. And
Okay.
that's how you get the
Wow.
that's how you get the good stuff.
That is like a hazing fraternity thing. Yeah.
Instead of breaking off the legs, could you just like stick a tap? Could you just tap direct?
Oh, like maple
Oh.
syrup, like straight from the source.
Tap.
Like tapping a
Like-
keg,
Like right on its tummy, is what you're saying?
Yeah, just like like nozzle right in the ass, and then you just like
You shy halute it with a tongue.
Yes.
exactly.
This is the water of life, Ben.
Oh, man. I was really going for like this refreshing, like, like it's like giving can crack at the same time that it's giving you
Oh.
like White Claw. I don't see any reason why you can't put a tap in there. Like, as far as I'm concerned, it's just like hard outside filled with just lots of White Claw flowing in and out all over throughout its body.
So you're saying-
So you
Interesting.
could put a tap in there.
There's no even meat in there. It's purely a
No.
liquid interior.
Inside.
Yes.
and you can tap that.
I think
Oh,
you
yeah.
can tap it. Yeah, it wouldn't be my style, but you can tap that. Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that this does bump up my thing where it's like, oh, is this the food is just already extant in the Pokemon kind of thing.
Well, you got to flavor it.
Yeah, you do got a flavor.
There's a
I'll
little
give you
work
that.
involved.
It is funny that to imagine that like the mere pressure of the white light. Does it have to like? Is it like a boiler where you have to continually like release pressure or it'll explode? Or if they don't do that, does the Klawf explode at
Yeah,
some
this is a
point
natural
from the
phenomenon. You're
carbonated?
helping it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
I think that's another reason why it looks like that is that it's like kind of physically in pain to be holding all of the carbonation. So it's actually helpful for you. It's like part of its natural like life cycle for you to need to take it apart and relieve it of all of its pressure.
What a
I would
torture
say that
level.
this probably only works well with like the older that a Klawf gets. The younger that it gets, it won't be as like carbonated and like fully ripe.
You
I
get
guess
like a
you might say.
barrel-aged flavor to it.
Well, it doesn't really add a flavor. I would say it adds
Oh, yeah,
more
yeah, yeah.
potency of alcohol
Sure.
and carbonation.
Extra
let's say.
fucked up.
Yeah.
This just reminds me of the crab juice from The Simpsons, where Homer goes to New York City and he goes to a like streetcar and he like wants a hot dog, but they only have crab juice available. And he's like, I guess I'll take it. And it's just like a soda that has like a crab on it, and he cracks it open and he's like, and, it's pretty good kind of thing.
This is exactly like that.
Yeah,
Thank you, Jeremy.
that's a reference everyone will understand.
Of course.
Anyway, all right. The illegality of this episode increases by the moment. Ian, will you continue down this treacherous road, or will you lead us to a more enlightened path?
We're staying on the straight and narrow this week.
Oh.
Okay.
I like I said, wouldn't touch this thing with a 10-foot pole. But very edible Pokemon. I don't know if you guys read the biology on the
So edible.
Wikipedia.
I did not.
It's literally like is eaten in the game. Like there are, in fact, it offers 2 recipes.
Oh no!
And I
Take
thought,
one straight from the text.
well, I thought surely one of you guys would.
Damn.
But also, this show is about creating something new. It's about offering our listener a window into what's possible, not what is.
Absolutely.
And so, despite the 2 recipes they have there, I'll leave them there for you to find. They're good. They look good. There's even there's artwork of them. I
Yeah.
think they exist in the game.
Oh wow.
Yes, you can.
Oh, because this is the game where you can make curries.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh, they do
And,
look
like
good.
sandwiches. Yeah.
That makes sense.
But what I'm making for you guys is a California roll.
Nice.
Oh shit.
Is this an element of some clawfornication?
Some might say
Dreaming of Californication.
that's what they sing as they tap the.
Yeah. And a bunch of frat bows
Yeah.
tap the Klawf.
Tap the Klawf.
Yes.
Is that like the slap the
like
bag
this.
equivalent?
Yes.
Yeah, so we're making a California roll out of them. And the way to do that is you take an avocado, some sushi rice, cucumber, Klawf meat. Their claws grow back,
I would hope so.
Oh.
which I assumed Ben had read the flavor the text, and so in my mind I was like, wow, that's really fucked up that there's this like renewable resource built in, and instead you're taking his legs off, which they don't say grow back.
Oh no.
The only thing
Next
that
time
doesn't-
before starting a business, Google the thing you sell.
Some nori and some sesame seeds. You listen, don't need to tell you guys how to make fucking sushi.
I know a California roll when I see it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you lay out the green, you add the white, you add the red, you roll it in the little.
You wet the dries. You
Yeah.
dry the
Exactly.
Flea
You
is
slice
there.
it. And bam, you got a California roll.
California.
Is this the real thing, or is this the imitation version?
Depends on if you're vegan or not. I'm eating the imitation because this thing's fucking nasty as hell.
True.
But if you're into it, you can get the fresh stuff.
Yeah, of all the crab Pokemon, this one does not seem as appetizing as it should be, considering that it's like canon that people eat it a lot. Like,
yeah, not crabby, but this fucking thing, yeah.
Well, I think the thing is, and I haven't played it yet, but guys, I will play Scarlet and Violet this year because it will run better on the Switch 2. This is confirmed, so I'm going to pick it up for the Switch 2 and play it there. So I'll have more information regarding Scarlet and Violet in the future. But from what I understand, this is the first Pokemon game that explicitly says you're making food with the Pokemon as like a game mechanic.
Yes.
With your
That is true.
with like your production, because
You make sandwiches.
Yes, you make sandwiches, you make curries. You have this kind of thing where it's like, in previous games you had like the poffins or whatever, right? You put your berries into things, which completely reasonable. But those are just berries. Here we finally see the dark heart of Pokemon that we've been probing.
Well, it's the first
this whole
one that
time.
you like might actively cook, but the Slowpoke tails have been around forever.
Yeah.
That is true. That is true.
It's
man.
part of the game
Yes.
in a way that the other ones were just sort of like
Lore.
breadcrumbs
Yeah.
Yes,
for us
lore.
to follow and try to
Deep-
piece
deep
together
lore.
their mad scheme.
Right.
Yeah.
But I agree. I also want to finish Scarlet at some point soon, honestly, because I've been playing all kinds of other Pokemon on my phone. I'm like, wouldn't it be great if these Pokemon were on the big screen somehow? And then I
If
have
only
to
we had the
remember.
word.
Yeah.
If only.
Well, California.
That's so good.
Can we make like a big log and eat it like that?
Yeah, have you guys had sushi burritos?
I fucking love sushi burritos. Oh my god.
That sounds good.
Yep.
It's kind of a weird, like linguistic hoop to
A
jump through
sushi
because
burrito?
it's just. I mean, it's more of a wrap, but
Yeah.
the phenomenon of calling a burrito is like, okay, we're playing with something dangerous over here now.
Ben wants green chili if it's a burrito. If you're calling it a burrito.
Hey, put your green chili in a sushi burrito. I'll be there.
Yeah.
Well, Ben, I have a place to take you because you can get green chili tempura sushi burrito.
What?
Hell yeah!
I mean, that sounds really good.
Hell yeah!
Take me to there.
I will.
I guess my other question is, will you use White Claw in like the production of your sushi rice?
No.
Okay, there you
I
go.
wouldn't.
Asked and answered.
Yeah.
You wouldn't like make a White Claw vinegar that you use for your sushi rice?
Despite what my background would say, I would not.
Oh, Or like, isn't it a thing like you put mirin or something in sushi rice to make it when you cook it? I don't know.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know if White Claw would do the same.
No.
Thing.
Yeah.
Probably not. I don't know if putting a carbonated beverage in your sushi rice is really gonna give it the right consistency.
Turn your rice into pop rocks.
Fucks it all up.
Now,
Yeah.
that is an interesting idea because I do have a rice maker that you can like. I know people will like use chicken broth.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I could pour a LaCroix in there.
See what happens.
This is like when you made your agar.
Yeah.
Exactly, but it's
with,
like
LaCroix.
it's rice just slightly lime.
Hey,
God,
that could be
you
good.
would not even be able to taste it. You'd
Put
be
some
like,
cilantro in there too.
just
Yeah, there
really
you go.
expensive water that I use, basically.
Yeah.
Hey, you got a certificate, right? You can do whatever
Yeah.
you want.
Yeah.
I forget. Did you actually pass that class? Because I remember when you made the agar, you said your professor like was not pleased.
They gave me a C on that,
Yeah.
but I got A's on everything else.
Okay.
I printed that certificate and put it in a little frame.
Well, see, look, you got to be the bad boy of cooking school at least once. I would
was your
say
Gordon
that was
Ramsay moment.
Yeah, that was your the bear moment is when you made the LaCroix agar because you're like so intense and it's like you and no one else sees your vision but you see it.
Yeah, I just like was so astounded that someone's job could be grading an online cooking class and they didn't find that funny. Like, how far up your own ass do you have to be that like you can't
True.
chuckle a little bit?
Maybe he just thought it was like a C joke, you know. I thought it was funny. I would have given you an A+.
Wow.
Appreciate that.
Thank you. Well, this week on I Choose You, we're dealing with crab again. We've done crab many times on the show, and you know what? Sometimes we have to think about the way we present our food more than the actual items of food itself.
You don't say.
Yeah, you don't say. And this week I was thinking about the word Klawf and how I could mangle it into a pun. And I was like, oh, you know what? I can do something pretty easy with this. And that's why we're making Klawaffles this week.
Pretty easy, huh?
Crab cake waffles. Crab cake Klawaffles.
Wait.
Are you spelling that KLWA?
AFF. I like how you were like, let's do something easy.
And then, but you guys, I thought that was
Everyone's
pretty-
confused.
Would you just want me to call them like Clawfles?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not Klawaffles?
No.
Okay, which would make you more likely to vote for me? If I said
Definitely
Klawaffles more,
Clawfels.
or just said Clawfles?
Ask me after I hear what this is.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's what it
I'm
sounds
also
like.
just confused what it is because you said waffle crab cakes, which makes me think that they're. I don't know what to think.
Well,
Honestly.
they're waffles, but they're kind of like with the materials you'd use to make a crab cake. But you cook
Waffles
them in a
made out
waffle
of
iron.
crab.
Okay.
Yes.
They're waffle-shaped crab cakes.
Yes, basically.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay.
I like it. I like it.
Waffles.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. And according to this website that I got this recipe from, Lalouche, this was written 7 years ago, which and they started is like, have you noticed that waffled food trend that's been happening on Instagram recently? Apparently, it's easy, it's quick and cool to a whole. It's easy and quick to cool a whole variety of foods in a waffle iron, not just battering. I thought it was a great idea. I wanted to give it some try with foods that aren't very healthy due to the fact they're fried in oil. The first one I want to try is crab cakes. So
That's the first one.
Yeah, it was the first one apparently. So Lalouche made these crab cake waffles, and I'm gonna say they look pretty good. It kind of just looks like a waffle, but it's I know that it's not.
I mean,
bread.
I'm down for the waffle paradigm. Anything that
Yes.
is like multiple troughs for your sauce, I can get down with.
Yes.
Well, that I guess that's also the question in the back of my head is there a sauce to go along with these
Oh,
troughs?
absolutely, Ben. Why wouldn't there be? Like you could. It's not going to be maple syrup, though it can be. Ben, do you not like sweet and savory combinations in your food items?
I can't say that I've had the maple syrup crab cake combination, but let me know when you try it, Jeremy. I'm ready to have my mind blown.
Yeah,
it just
yeah.
doesn't seem like they're right.
All right. So basically, what you're going to do is you're going to get your crab meat, your clawful meat, or your Klawf meat. Excuse me. You're making a clawful. I apologize. And then you're going to mix in some panko breadcrumbs, an egg, mayonnaise, Greek yogurt, Dijon mustard, Old Bay seasoning, paprika, chives, parsley, and 1 lemon. And you're going to mix that together in a bowl, and you're going to basically, kind of make like small-ish patties out of the mix that you're using. And usually this is the moment where you would fry them, right? To make a regular crab cake. But here you're going to heat up your waffle iron. I would do a circular one for these because they're not going to really spread out at all. And you probably want a smaller waffle iron so you could make like, I would say probably like 3 to 4 inches in diameter is your goal. So you don't want like a huge one going forward. But lightly grease your waffle iron and you just stick your mixture in there. You sizzle it up and you cook it for 3 to 4 minutes until it's golden brown and delicious on both sides. You pull it on out. You sprinkle some more chives on it, and then you get a lemon aioli as your dipping or your sauce accompaniment. You can dollop that on there. It'll melt a little bit into there, and you can get some butter as well if you want. Classic waffle accoutrement, and just eat it on up. And that's my recipe: Klawaffles or
Nice.
Clawfles.
Jeremy, as an addition, little surf and turf action, if you will.
Ooh.
Chicken and clawfles?
Oh, shit. Yeah, no, that sounds good. Now, okay, my question is, I feel like when I enjoy chicken and waffles at a restaurant, it is the sweet and savory thing, because usually the waffles are sweet and the chicken is the savory. Are we going to make some, like, sweet chicken to complement our savory clawfles? Or is it going to be...
Yeah, you
or
could
is
do
it
like
gonna-
you could turn it on its head and make the chicken the sweet part.
Yeah.
I like it.
Could do, like, some, kind of cinnamon toast crunch breading on the chicken, fry that up, put that on there.
All right.
Or we could, kind of like shred the chicken and then make that into a little like patty,
Waffle?
and then put that in the waffle iron, and then it's surf and turf Klawfles.
Blindfold taste test. You can't tell
Yes.
which one.
I guess I could put anything in a waffle iron if I think about it.
It's true.
But is that true? Like, I love that we're playing in this space.
Uh-huh.
Don't get me wrong. I
play
like
with
the
me.
surf and turf waffle theory. I just don't know if it holds up. Mm-hmm. Like I want to imagine that it has the structural integrity of a waffle when you take it out of the waffle iron, but I really don't believe it.
I think if you
I mean,
add
until
enough
I see it,
panko
I don't believe
breadcrumbs
it.
to anything and egg, it should hold it together. I don't know.
But
Yeah.
like waffle batter is very fluffy, and
Yes.
it retains its shape over time.
Sure.
Well, I think what you're doing is you're not making these very big. Again, they're going to be kind of like yay big kind of situation.
Do you have a picture you can share?
Yeah, I do have a picture I can share. Hold on, I'll need to.
All right, Ben.
bring it up
Precisely,
on your phone.
precisely, 2 weeks, a week from Saturday, I will come at you with chicken and clawful waffle picture. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna do it.
Oh, you're gonna make it? Oh shit!
It's gonna happen. I'll be home
weeks from
alone
today.
with nothing else to do.
You should be like, today's waffle day, and I'll take everything in my house and turn it into a waffle.
Yeah.
I just feel like, especially when you get to the chicken territory, like I can imagine the crab, because for crab cake you do have to make it into like kind of a slurry of sorts, right?
Yes.
But to go that far with chicken is a little bit out there.
I mean, is that not how you make chicken nuggets? You turn the chicken into a slurry and then fry them.
Checkmate.
I mean, these look pretty good.
yeah, but I'm just saying that's a lot of fucking work. There's a reason why only you can only get chicken nuggets in grocery store or McDonald's or whatever.
I need to consult. So Tori's sister just got a job as like a brunch chef. Like she makes brunch for a living and like made this menu. I got to consult her because she would know if it's possible.
Okay.
And I can't lie, this picture kind of does sell it for me. I'm like, those just look like waffles,
I'm in.
but I could be convinced to eat them knowing
Yeah.
that they're crab.
I'm definitely down, but I can't tell you how mad I would be if I thought I was about to eat waffles. Like if it was
Okay,
like
didn't do it.
if I
It was
came over
crab
and
cake.
Jeremy was like, "Oh, I've got something special, but I'm not going to tell you."
I made clawfuls.
No, it would definitely be like a Nathan for you kind of thing, where it'd be like, I invited my friends to my new waffle house, and what they didn't know is every waffles was made of different meats.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. So wait, this guy said that he like started a series of recipes of making unusual waffles.
look, this
Maybe
is the
that's
only
what I
one-
need to do is just
this-
go back to the source material.
Yeah, well, they said it was a big thing on Instagram 7 years ago. Do you remember this?
I don't.
Oh my
Anybody?
god.
Lots happened
That
in 7 years.
People, yeah, nothing's happened in 7 years. The world is not different in any way. But like, they're like, everyone was making a variety of food items in waffle irons.
I disagree with that, but I think culturally people were like, it was the same thing with like bacon and like
Ice cream.
a mustache finger.
Mustache.
Like I feel like waffle like
Waffle.
Fit-
haha,
fit
it's
that-
cute. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
think waffles
That
are
was like
kind of-
15 years ago. This
Yeah,
is
you're saying
7
waffles
years
are the
ago,
hipsters
apparently.
of food items?
at that time they had a moment.
Well, I guess bacon is the hipsters of food items.
Yeah, bacon is the hipster.
Okay, yeah.
And look at bacon now. Everything has bacon in it.
Look how
I,
far
think, I
back.
feel like bacon's fallen off actually.
Bacon fallen off. Bacon
Yeah.
flop?
Would you say bacon crashed out?
Yeah, skippity bacon. Skip bacon.
Skip bacon.
As soon as they started putting like bacon flavored things and like candies or whatever, people were like, "No, it's gone too far."
Yeah,
Really? Wow.
skibbity bacon. I will say, like, a thing that kind of is waffle adjacent is putting like bits of breakfast meat in like your pancake and or waffle batter, and then cooking that up. So like bits of bacon or sausage, cooking that up. It's really good.
And I love that. Don't get
Yeah.
me wrong.
It
Maybe,
is
yeah.
delicious.
I think I just had to warm up to the idea. At first, I was like, I don't know if this is too far, Jeremy. But now I'm reeled back
too
in.
far, Jeremy.
I'm with you.
Yeah, okay. Oh, well, why don't you join me in reviewing our recipes this week? From Evan, I'm trying to remember, White Klawf, Tempura. Is that what it was exactly?
Crab cakes, my boy.
Crab cakes, yes. White Klawf tempura crab cakes. From Ben, it's just White Claw. It comes out of the clawful, and you can do whatever you like with it at that point.
Do you say it comes out of the clawful?
Which part of it is
God
the
damn it! Comes out of the Klawf. From Ian, we have a Clawfornia roll, and from me, you have a clawful. It's a waffle. Ben, who's Ina?
Ina Garten?
Yeah.
See,
Barefoot
I
Contessa?
messed up. I was going too fast when I was trying to set up the poll, and I ended up misspelling one of the easiest names to spell.
It's like the Simpsons movie where he goes, Ina.
I mean, I can't deny that happens. Ben, who won?
It's a tie.
Fuck!
It's a tie between Ina and Jeremy.
That's Ian if for the listeners at home.
Wow.
All right, and I will remember to put up a poll again this week because I did last time, and I will again this time. I guarantee it.
I'll see you in the ring.
The octagon.
Start training.
Bam. All right. Don't forget to send in your recipes to ichoosepod@gmail.com. That's ichoosepod@gmail.com. Let's pick next week's Pokemon in a section I like to call Pick-a-mon. Evan, can you give me a number between 906 and 1000?
973.
It's probably going to be a lame one, but I will confirm if it's a lame one. And we already did it. It's Flamigo.
944?
944. Have we done this one already? No, we haven't. Next week's Pokemon is Shroodle, the toxic mouse Pokemon.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Okay.
And send in your Shroodle recipes to ichoosepod@gmail.com. ichewspod@gmail.com. All right, now it is time for the plugging round. Ben, where can we find you on the internet?
You can find me on the internet at Ben C. Montoya on Instagram, or you can find me on the internet at thefearinnow.tumblr.com.
Wow. Ian, where can we find you?
You can find me at Musician Davis. I play bass and bake bread. Follow me.
Evan, where can we find you?
Also on Instagram at _Mesa Studio _
All right. And you can follow me on Blue Sky at Velocity Prime 1, Tumblr Velocity Prime No 1. Check out my writing at the-avocado.org. Jeremy Zelick at the-avocado.org. And always check out the Santa Fe Society and Foundation for Speculative Fiction, the greatest book club to ever exist. The Santa Fe Society and Foundation for Speculative Fiction. We have a new event this week at the Milk of the Poppy at Thursday at 6:30. If you're in Santa Fe for whatever reason and listen to the show, check it out. It's going to be fun. That's Thursday, May 15th at 6:30. Head on over. And that's the Santa Fe Society and Foundation for Speculative Fiction. And that's been the show. Let me tell you about it. This has been I Choose You. And you can find us on your favorite podcasts and apps, including Apple Podcasts, YouTube Music, Spotify, or your podcast catcher of choice. If you like our show, make sure to give us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts or Spotify to help us go up the ranks. If you want more I Choose You goodness, check out our social media pages, I Choose Pod on Blue Sky, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Tumblr, and Facebook. If you want to be a part of the I Choose You community, join the I Choose You Discord. Links are available in the episode description. You can hang out with fellow Choosies, submit recipes, and participate in community events. That's on the I Choose You Discord. Last but not least, head over to our official website, ichooseyou.menu. ichooseyou.menu has a full episode archive and merch store for your enjoyment. That's ichooseyou.menu. And that's been the show, and I've been your host and Alton Brown of the group, Jeremy Zelick.
I've been your friend on this show, Ben Montoya.
I've been Ichiro Mashita, Ian Davis.
And also Ian Davis, Evan Aubrey.
Wow. Would.
Who would?
And to all the choosies out there in Radioland, in a while, Totodile.
So you wanna cook and eat a bird?
Pokemon!
Are you ready for some recipes?
Lots of puns!
I wanna eat the ultimate snack, find the flavors that are bold. I choose you. Taste them all with no regret, as a prophecy foretold. I wanna eat with Jeremy, Ben, Evan, and Ian too. I choose you. Learn to cook and crack some cans.
Use the podcast in your hands.
We gotta eat in this Pokemon world. I choose you, the great podcast of them all. We gotta eat in this Pokemon world. Put your dish to the test, tastes better than all the rest.
One dish, two dish, red dish, blue dish. Ready for an icy wrap? Let's do this. If your soup is missing something, no sweat, my flamingo. You just sprinkle in a little bit of Sprigatito. And if your plate is looking sad and done sparse, just tear up some tarantula. It isn't that harsh. Vroom, vroom, there's a rubber room for all your baddies as we drive to these Pokemon tubes. I scream tail as these iron hands come over me. Those iron juggalists, exactly what I like to see. Slithering, lay back, Excalibur by the pool. And crack the bottle, let your body waddle. Don't be a sleep title, just hit the lotto. Cause this podcast is gold, it's as hot as a cap's a kid too. So let's kick back, cans crack, for I choose you.
We gotta eat in this Pokemon world. I choose you, the greatest podcast of them all. I choose